Hi everybody, David from Geek Legacy here, giving you a video review on Fast and Furious 6. The new movie in the Fast and the Furious franchise was a little off from previous installments. While there was still plenty of action to be had, a lot of it just seemed to fall flat and be not really what we expected from the franchise. So rather than just drone on about who's who, where they're going, who they're capturing, thought I'd do a quick little recreation for you of one of the more flamboyant action scenes in the film. Anyone who's seen any of the other Fast and Furious movies knows that there's usually a couple just completely out there action sequences. Of course, Fast 5 had the Paul Walker and Vin Diesel riding the car off the cliff, escaping the train. And so the scene I'm setting up here is going to be the tank scene. If you've seen any of the trailers, you've seen that there is a tank in play, and it is wreaking havoc with our heroes. So in our scenario here, our tank here being driven by Shaw, our villain of the film, and also Letty, Michelle Rodriguez's character is in that as well. The white car is going to be Tyrese, the black Acura is going to be Paul Walker, and later on, the little orange Charger over here, that's going to be Vin Diesel saving the day Han Solo style. So let me set it up. Michelle Rodriguez and Shaw wreaking havoc with the tank, just like pa-choo, 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 just shooting everybody, blowing everyone to pieces. But Vin Diesel just can't have that. Vin Diesel's like, no guys, we gotta save these people. Vin Diesel, who's never done a nice thing for anyone in the film other than his family, decides that innocent bystanders being hurt or killed is just off the table. We can't do that, no. We can't, we gotta save them. So Tyrese, being the selfless person he is, whips around the tank and decides that he's gonna take out the tank with his car. I don't think he thought it through very well. So the tank, tries to reach down to shoot him, but he can't because Tyrese is so close. But he's just a little too close because the tank starts to eat away at Tyrese's car. Tyrese, knowing that he's out, says his iconic line from the trailer, "Somebody help, I got a tank on my ass." And so while that's happening, Paul Walker comes to save the day. He just whips in super fast and comes behind the tank, and he's like, I got you 6, I'm totally gonna save you because I'm Paul Walker and I was in Varsity Blues, I can throw footballs. So Paul Walker whips across, and Tyrese is like, oh, thanks bro, you're gonna totally save me. He's like, oh, I got an idea. So for some reason in this nice sports car, there's a towing winch. So Tyrese gets out of his car, stands on the car, grabs the towing winch. He's like, I got an idea, bro. And he wraps the towing winch around the barrel of the cannon. He's like, oh, this'll get him. And right as he gets it around, the tank finally runs over the car. But don't worry, guys. Tyrese does this acrobatic stunt move where he jumps about 40 feet onto the on-waiting Paul Walker's car. Evil is thwarted for now. Unfortunately, it runs over his pretty sweet car, makes a little pancake out of it, and change cars over. And so now, since remember it was tied to the barrel, it's now being dragged. So now they got this little anchor thing. So Shaw inside, the villain, he's like, we can't have this. Letty, go up there, take care of this. I want you to go to the cannon. I want you to, I don't know what she's gonna do. She doesn't take tools or a settling torch or a bazooka. I don't know what she plans to do, but anyways, she gets off, and so she's now standing on the top of the tank, straddling the cannon for some reason. We're going to use Marion Ravenwood Lego, and that's Letty. So Letty is sitting here on top of the tank. She's like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something. And so Paul Walker and Tyrese, they go away, but they're towing this. Now they have this anchor, and then they come to a section of the road that splits off. And so now instead of one road going both ways, they go separately. So there's like a chasm here, and they're towing this. And Vin Diesel has an idea. He's like, Paul, you know what to do. His name's not Paul in the movie, but who can remember? Sean is his name. So Sean and Tyrese are back here, and Tyrese's name is Tyrese because Tyrese is always Tyrese. And they decide that if they can bump this car into the chasm, they may be able to stop the tank. So the tank's going along. Paul Walker and Tyrese finally, through some acrobatics and some stunt moves, knock it down into the chasm where it wraps around a pillar, but there's still some slack, so everything's fine. Remember, Letty is still up here. Vin Diesel decides that, oh my god, they're totally gonna get Letty. I gotta save her. So finally, the slack runs out. The tank is stopped. Letty isn't stopped. She flies over the chasm. Vin Diesel sees that, gets out of his car, remove the pillar so you can see, gets out of the car, stands on the car, moves the car, and rams into the center divider at full speed. So now we have Letty flying through the air, we have Paul Walker, or Vin Diesel flying through the air, he catches her, they go down, bam! They hit the car, and they're saved. And there's not a scratch on anybody, and no broken bones, no contusions, abrasions, any kind of Asians. And she says, she turns to him lovingly, and they look in each other's eyes, and she's like, how did you know there was a car there to stop us? I didn't. Credits. But no, not credits. The villain is thwarted. Everything is happy. Letty is back with her family. Everything is going great. But no, there's 25 minutes left in the film. I won't spoil it for you because I'm going to try to stay relatively spoiler-free, but this is where the film really loses it in my eyes. A lot of characters kind of go away that I don't expect them to go. So I have to say Fast and Furious 6, C+. If you're a diehard fan of the franchise like I am, you know, it's definitely maybe worth watching a matinee or something like that. But if you can, I would definitely wait to Redbox it or catch it on cable or get it through Netflix. Just for this brilliant scene I did for you today, it's worth checking out that way. But I wouldn't spend $13 a person plus popcorn plus soda plus dates want other stuff if they're going to do things to you in the car. So that's my review for Fast and Furious 6, C+. Go check it out.